What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 68 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-hosts Nick Theories, Mikey P, and Philly Phil. We want to thank everybody that's tuned in to our live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Mikey P, take it away, baby.
All right, everybody. I want to hear from everyone tonight. Make sure you're live in the comments.
I can only half hear you.
Yeah. You should probably. You want to share that? You can.
No,
you can.
It's okay.
All right.
Sudden hearing loss. Hashtag.
Sudden.
Our guy is here though, and he's good.
It happens.
For now, he's good right now.
I'm ready to fucking pop.
Your ear
I'm
had
fucking
enough.
focused. I'm juiced up.
Your ear had enough.
I'm on President Donut. I'm ready to go, bro.
It had enough.
I'm ready to fucking pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't hearing you.
Yeah. Now I can't hear them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't hear the haters.
You're going to have to give some sort of context now. People are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got diagnosed with sudden hearing loss yesterday. So yeah, life is good. I'm still potting with my brothers.
You'll be good.
It shakes you up, man. It shakes you up, but he's here. He's here.
Loss.
That's our guy.
Name.
We got to raise awareness.
Honestly.
Yeah, we do.
Honestly. So
Bring Theories back.
He's all roided up. He's ready to go. We're ready to go. We got an awesome show tonight. I already know that these guys are going to be on my case. So I already rolled my sleeves up.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, to be
They
honest.
were saying some crazy ass shit to me yesterday.
I just observed.
Okay? Some crazy ass shit, and you're going to hear it. I guarantee it. I came in, and I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. So we got the Tyreek Hill trade tonight. We got the Chiefs. We got the Dolphins. We got the Phillies and Flyers as promised. We told you we'd open with that today. So we have that, okay? And if there's time, there might be an interesting Aaron Rodgers narrative that I would like to share with everybody, but we'll see. I have a feeling that we're not going to get to that today. So, gentlemen, you ready to go?
Born.
All right, let me do my thing then. This episode of P&I, episode 67. Holy shit, man. Numbers climbing.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Whew. It's brought to you by Prize Picks. I hear myself.
I gotta be better.
I'll redo it. It's okay. I'm used to this. Psychotic-Iconic episode 67 is brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up for Prize Picks today using the promo code ICONIC will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, check us out live right now at the Props Network at propshq.com. Be sure to subscribe there. You will not regret listening to these shout-out MFers at this table. I bleep myself. It's pretty nice, right?
Good for you.
Yeah, you nailed that shit, by the way. You have it down pat.
Yeah, I didn't even really read it. You want to know what trips me up every time? When I read that, I used to say new users who sign up for Prize Picks today. I changed it to new players because it rolls off the tongue better.
Gotta roll the tongue.
I kept tripping up on that every single time. It sounded a little weird. I got you, Post.
Got my mom in the comments.
You're crazy.
Saying shit like this.
Come on now.
That's really
Apologies.
Iconic.
Yeah, I promise, Mama Priscilla, I'm gonna get his hearing back with my takes today.
He said what? He said what?
But seriously, though,
Acting like he can't hear.
audience, I'm gonna be looking at the comments
Ice
constantly
cold.
tonight. I'm gonna be looking at the comments constantly because you already know what's happening. All right, so let's get right into it. Philly Phil, MLB, let's go, baby. Getting the chills. New music, everybody. New music. It's a classic. The Philadelphia Phillies.
About time, baby. It's about time.
Yeah, we held this off. I'm actually pretty excited to talk about this, okay? The Phillies go out and they do the impossible.
Mm-hmm.
They went over the fucking luxury tax.
It's about time.
It's time.
I repeat. You know what, Phil? You gotta sound the alarm, and then you can cut back to this great music. The Phillies went over the luxury tax. The Philadelphia Phillies, one of the cheapest organizations in baseball history, went over the luxury tax. And they signed Nick Castellanos, who's already assimilating very well with this Phillies clubhouse. 5 years, $100 million. And basically, let me sum it up for you. They got Castellanos and Schwarber combined for $179 million Chris Bryant went for 182 alone. I think the Phillies look pretty good now.
They sure do.
That looks pretty nice.
You think Bryce was in Dombrowski's ear?
Two's better than
Oh,
one.
yeah. Did you hear what Castellanos said? Basically, Bryce
Because of Bryce.
put this whole thing together.
Bro, he's a beast.
He's the assistant GM.
He's a fucking beast, bro. Like, you want to talk about passion? That's a fucking passionate dude, bro. For real.
I'll never
That's
forget.
why I love him.
There was a little
Castellanos. Bro, he's going to be a fucking beast.
him
for us, bro.
and
That crowd's going to Philly's going to love him, yo, for real.
him and
Oh,
Bryce
yeah.
Harper.
That ass.
The energy that they're gonna bring to this, just the sport in general, but like to Philly is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And these are Philly guys, hard workers. They
Lunch pail.
talk to us like they're one of us.
Yo,
honestly,
not for nothing. At some point in time, the Phillies had to do this. They had to go over the luxury tax because when you sign a guy for $300 million and he chose Philly because he wants to win a championship here and you promise to build a team around him, yeah, every fucking free agency, I want to build this team better and better and better every year because I want to win. I want to win a ring. You pay somebody that kind of money, bro. He has all the leverage. What he gets or what he wants, you got to give it to him.
and look,
Like for real.
the
That's the
Phillies.
reason.
The Phillies always are top 5, top 10 in payroll, but they never did this before.
Yeah.
And they didn't get up there with the big guys. The big guns are always like well over that threshold.
One thing
Look at
too,
the Dodgers.
Dombrowski
Yankees.
said it too. He would only do it for like that caliber player. So
And
it wasn't
No
like he
doubt.
was holding off, but he was waiting to sign like a difference maker. Like he wasn't just going to go into the luxury tax for no reason.
Oh no, you never do that.
Some do just to make it seem like they're being aggressive and they're trying to win. He did the right thing.
Methodical.
I mean, when you're void of prospects in the farm, like the Phillies are, I mean, they have a few here and there, but when you're void of prospects, you have no other way of upgrading your roster. You have nothing to trade with, and you got to spend money. When you sign Bryce Harper, who's in the middle of his prime, MVP season, you have to capitalize. And then you got Wheeler, Cy Young, basically. I mean, you have so many guys here. So, essentially, it was the right move. You had to do it. And I don't know if you guys know his story. I'll tell everybody because I used to be deep into this prospect stuff. Nick Castellanos was always a top prospect for the Tigers, and he wasn't panning out. Like, he was a late bloomer. Mm-hmm. This guy works his ass off.
Better late than never.
That's the whole point.
never late is better.
The reason he made it, finally,
They
to
say
this
time is
point,
money.
he's been an all-star caliber player for a few years now, but like this guy had to work really hard to get there. This guy was literally being touted as a bust
yeah.
with no power, by the way. He didn't even have power. He wasn't hit for power, nothing.
He reinvented himself.
Now he's hitting
Yeah.
over 300,
New identity.
hitting bombs, and now he's going to be hitting behind Harper, Hoskins, maybe Schwarber, JT. I mean, this guy is going to fucking rack up stats this year.
It's awesome, man. He's gonna be a DH too. Just comes in here and just crush
I mean,
homers.
he can play a lick of third base. He's not great at third
Yeah.
base. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's trash at third base.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty trash in the outfield too.
bro, like he
But-
gets to just he gets to live the next 5 years of his life just hitting baseballs. Like that's fucking fire for $100 million.
Yeah, like,
Yo, salute that man, and he's going to do a really good job for the Phillies, and the fucking fans are gonna love him, bro.
So you guys like the move. But
real.
how would you grade it if you had to assign
An
a
A
grade?
plus.
A plus.
A
Yeah.
plus. That like how passionate Philly is and who he is going to mesh so well. Like his teammates are going to feed off that.
He
Like,
leads the MLB.
majorly, bro. Like
He leads the-
baseball is a game of energy. It's a
I
game
know.
of flow. It's
And
a game
needs it
of
too.
like yeah.
Yeah, and he leads the MLB in most doubles and extra base hits over the last 4 seasons.
Unbelievable.
Had 34 home runs last year, and he batted 309.
Beast.
I mean, if you're hitting 34 home runs and batting 300,
And I mean, look, he was getting MVP consideration. That Reds team, like that's a ballpark you could hit in. He's basically going right over to Philadelphia, same situation. Better lineup. Mm-hmm. Same type of ballpark. It's a hitter's park.
Yeah.
That ball flies in the summer in Philadelphia.
It's gonna be great.
I mean, you can literally make the case that 4 guys in this lineup could hit 40 bombs this year.
Ring the bell.
and
You got Harper.
what 6 or 7 can
You
hit
got
25.
Schwarber, Castellanos, Hoskins, 40 bombs possibly. Real Muta's going to hit 25.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, maybe Alec Boehm turns things around. Maybe.
He was a high prospect, man. Like yeah, me too. I have a ton of
Guys,
his,
that kinda-
first Bowman's rookie cards, but
I was
mean,
really
he's gotta
high
be
on him
something.
too. I was really high on him, but I got a weird feeling, and this actually is a great segue. I don't think the Phillies are done. I don't think they're done, and I have a weird feeling that Alec Boehm's going to be in a trade. I feel like they're going to trade him and get one of the A's starters, like Sean Manaea. I would probably do it, too.
I probably would, too.
We need pitching.
Yeah, no, that's no doubt. Every year we need pitching.
And then I honestly would feel pretty good about the team after that. I mean, you're kind of stuck with Didi right now. I don't think you're going to be able to get rid of him. If you do, that's another $13 million right there to spend. I mean, I still think, guys, like let's talk about what they're lacking, I guess. What they have is they have like 10 DHs. They have a bunch of world-class hitters.
Yeah, and that's what's dope about the MLB this year is that, like, the pitchers don't have to hit anymore. Like, that's corny. You know what I mean? Like, I love the DH shit. So now, like, the Phillies are loading up hitters. Like, bro.
The Phillies benefit from the DH possibly more than any other team. We were saying this last year.
Certainly
they
debatable.
needed Boehm and Hoskins to split that role.
It's certainly debatable, bro,
And you've got to
because-
keep JT fresh as much as you can. You don't want to wear him out.
True.
I mean, you still paid him a lot of money.
Yeah.
I see a comment right here from Tom Dock. He'd rather have Frankie Montas. I think that's how you pronounce it. But he's a stud, too. I'll take either of those A's starters. Because, I mean, the thing is with the Phillies is they always sell when it's too late. What I saw from Alec Boehm last year was he became a slap hitter. This is a 6'5" slap hitter.
It'll work.
It's not going to work for me, Mike. Not in the MLB, not at third base, in the hot corner. You need to hit bombs, buddy. You know? So, like, I don't know. It just reminds me of Dominic Brown. Like, he's nothing like Dominic Brown. Don't get me wrong. But, like,
He was so Dominic. Brown.
the Phillies always get rid of guys when it's too late. You have a chance right now to build a World Series roster. So, starting rotation. You got Wheeler. Mm-hmm. You got Nola, who looked good yesterday. Looked like he was back. Fastball was tracking, which is major because he couldn't do that this year for some reason. You have Ranger Suarez. Can he continue what he did last year? I mean, he was an elite bullpen arm. Gets stretched out, pulls to be a starter again, and he was actually good at it this time around because he failed as a starter the first time around. So you got him there. Maybe he's the same. You have Zach Eflin coming back. He was injured all year. He can be good. And then you got Kyle Gibson. He's an innings eater. And he's not a bad one. He was an all-star.
I don't know.
Is that enough in the rotation? Or do you think they need one more?
They need somebody else. They need to get Zach Eflin out of there.
Because I don't know if I feel safe trusting him. I think he's good when he's there.
Yeah, I think he's a bullpen guy.
It might honestly improve them
Yeah,
to have that guy
That would
coming
be a
out.
good idea.
Yeah.
You would definitely lengthen the bullpen.
I don't think he's a starter, bro. Personally.
I mean, he goes
he's
deep
given.
into games. It's just like,
Yeah, but-
you can't count on him staying healthy right now.
Right.
Really, that's the biggest thing. Then you got the bullpen. You assembled a bullpen full of one-year deals again, and I would argue that they're better than last year's set of one-year deals. But I would have liked to see them do a little bit more. I think they need 1 to 2 more arms. Are we in agreement?
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
I mean, but at least they got hitters this time.
So
They're not just leaving Bryce hanging out to dry.
do you think this recipe could translate to winning? That's basically what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy not to see Vince Velasquez on the in the pitching rotation. That guy is ass, bro. So as long
He's
as
gone now.
yeah, exactly. But like that makes me happy because bro, he was brutal.
If they stay healthy, this rotation is one of the best in the league.
No doubt. I mean, it could be.
That's the thing.
Possibly, depending. I mean, like, yeah, is Aaron Nola going to have a good year this year? Like, not for nothing. He's been pretty inconsistent the last couple.
Yeah, you could say that.
So, like, ever since he kind of got paid, he's been kind of like.
I feel like he doesn't
He's been kind of mids.
He doesn't perform like in the big moment.
Yeah, like he's not. He's just too inconsistent. Like he's supposed to be an ace. He's supposed to be come in there, shut your guys down, and call it a
You
day.
should feel
And he
comfortable.
does from time to time. Like he'll have a good outing, and then you're like, oh, that's like there he is. And then the next the next start, he gets smoked, and you're just like, man, what happened? You know
This
what I mean?
year, I think, was a blip on the radar because he's been incredible. His stuff was still there. It was all the fastball. The fastball was the issue. So if he fixes that, I think he's going to be amazing again. He'll be an ace.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like, we have been able to trust him for many years. He's been a top 10 starter in the MLB for a long time now. So I think that they're they're a little low on bullpen, though. So my question to you guys, I have 2 parts. Actually, you could call this 3 parts, okay? I got some facts or cap for everybody, and I want to hear from the audience, okay? First one, the Philadelphia Phillies have the best lineup in baseball. Yes, the entire MLB.
Hell
Facts
no.
or cap?
That's fucking cat.
That's cat. The Dodgers.
Wow, you guys are quick to say that.
The Dodgers are. Have you looked at their lineup?
Yeah, the Dodgers.
Bro, it's like an all-star.
I'm saying cap too. I was just saying you guys.
yeah.
I thought one of you guys would say facts.
No, hell
You
no.
got them. You got the Yankees. The Yankees are still loaded.
You think the Yankees are the better lineup of the two?
They got a good fucking lineup, bro.
It's close though. It got closer.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Can we say the top 3? I can't really think anybody else right off the top of my head.
I mean, they're arguable top 3.
I would
to
say
they're
top
the
5.
best-
Top 5 lineup right now.
Yeah, I go top 5.
That's safe.
Sure.
That's safe.
Yeah,
and
I go top
You can maybe
5.
push top 3, but they're definitely not the best. I'm totally in agreement.
Yeah.
But I had to say that I wanted
no.
everybody to know that.
Oh, we include.
Because there's a lot of Phillies fans who are like they're going a little over the top here. So we have to keep them in check. It looks like we see, yep, Tom saying top 3 to 4.
I agree
Dave
with
saying
that.
the same. Yep.
With this music, you gotta phone a friend and call E.
Where is he when you need him?
Probably in the bathroom.
Yeah, I know. He
Facts.
didn't watch our show. Fuck
Facts.
Facts or cat?
Those are facts.
that. Just kidding. Love you, E.
Next question, guys, okay? If the season starts today and the Phillies make no more moves, all right? None of the stuff we just talked about. The Phillies are a playoff team, facts or cap?
I'm going to go facts.
Yeah, I'm also with facts.
I'm there too.
But I'm nervous.
Well,
I feel like
here-
75% of me is saying like they definitely are, and then the 25% is like I really, really.
I'm nervous. And I'm going to tell you why.
go ahead.
Because just as much it could benefit the Phillies to have that DH, it could also hurt them. Because if they got to get deep into their bullpen, and if their bullpen is what it was the last like decade, it's actually, it counterbalances everything for me. Like a team can crush us based on that because it's an extra hitter that has, you know, experience hitting the ball to be in that slot. You're a good hitter. Like no team's gonna put a bum in the DH unless they just don't have that player. But more than likely than not, they're gonna have somebody who hits homers. But that's a higher chance of giving up a run as opposed to going against a pitcher. So it can actually kind of fuck them too in a way. But you know, we'll see. I'm interested in seeing it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
you're not wrong.
yeah, I mean, because
That bullpen can be exposed right now.
absolutely, bro. So
It
like,
also could be a good thing, but it's hard to rely on a bunch of one-year deals, guys getting up there in age.
There's a
like
reason
I
they're
said,
1-year deals.
I like them better than who we had the previous year. I mean, Brad Hand, I still think he's got it. Corey Knebel, I still think he's got it. There you go, Dave. That's a good comment. Remember, there's another wild card. And that's exactly why I'm saying facts. I think they definitely get in now. Like this was the move that pushed them into the playoffs for sure for me. But this is the follow-up, guys. This is the follow-up question. The Phillies will win the NL East division. Facts or cap? And this is how we'll determine where they stand right here.
I'll say cat, and it's the pitching thing still
I'm saying
because they're
cap.
not complete.
I'm saying cap. I think there's too many question marks that we're going to learn soon. And remember, like, they can always make deals during the season. I would like to see them do a little more. I have a feeling they're not going to do anything else right now. I think they're waiting to see how it all pans out. And then they can make a deal in season. I would like to see Bryson Stott start a shortstop, by the way. I hope he wins the job. I think Didi, you know, I think he's done. I think he's done.
Yeah?
I mean, he's probably got some juice left, but like,
if he's still wearing that mask, run the bases. Yeah,
Like-
he
like
should be done.
he's got pop, guys. Like, he can hit. It's just like, I don't know if I want him to be an everyday player. I'd rather Stott get the at-bats and develop. I think he's ready. And he's definitely a better glove. And this team literally is going to be the worst defensive team in baseball.
Fuck it.
So you better be mashing. All right. I'm saying cap though. I think the Braves are better still right now.
Yeah, I mean,
And maybe you could argue the Mets, but I would say it's pretty close there.
Nah, I think we're better than the Mets.
They got that rotation though.
That's cool. It's cool. I don't know.
I don't trust the Mets ever. I think they're due for a collapse every year. So I'd rather have the Phillies, but I'm going to say the Braves have enough.
But can their hitting keep up with the Phillies? Like, I think our lineup was way better than the Mets.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So, I don't know. I think they're better. I think the Phillies are better.
But I think the Mets are probably a playoff team too, though.
The Braves are getting Ronald Acuna back, and they just won the series. That's scary, bro. They got it. They're probably a top 3 team.
Tom's got a question for you. Nick, you ever see DeGrom throw?
Oh, hell yeah.
He's amazing.
He's a beast.
He's like Johan.
Yeah.
He's not from this planet. That is so correct.
Yeah, he was like crazy. He had a crazy start last year.
Dave, I got to answer you.
I don't know the numbers top of my head, but he had a wild start.
Dave says Freddie Freeman's in L.A. Yeah, but they also traded for Matt Olson, and that guy can hit. I mean, he's not Freddie Freeman, but he can hit. And they extended him 8 years.
Yeah.
He can hit. So, I mean, if you were going to replace him with somebody, you did a pretty damn good job. It looked like Freddie was gone all along. Yeah. Let's just be real. But Acuna, that's major, Nick. That's a major mention. So, I think the Braves have him by a notch. For now.
Yeah, for now. But I think the Phillies
can change.
It won't surprise me if the Phillies do win.
It wouldn't surprise me either. I think that they might, like, I could see everything panning out, but I don't want to hope on it. That's all. I would rather be more secure and get another piece. That's all. That's kind of like how I'm looking at it.
Pitching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So, all right. That's our Phillies talk, everybody. We promised you. And now we got to touch on hockey because we rarely get a chance to do that here. The NFL took over everything. Go ahead, Phil. Turn that up.
Doesn't even seem like it's going to stop anytime soon either.
Nah,
this is a classic theme. It came back this year. The NHL's back on ESPN. It's the best theme, man. I love this song. But the Philadelphia Flyers, guys. Claude Giroux, 15 years, 1,000 games, 900 points, 7-time All-Star. This guy's a legend. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. He might have his jersey in the rafters.
He's a nice guy, too. I met him a couple times. Facts. Nice. Very nice guy.
Underappreciated.
Yeah.
I didn't know you met him.
Yeah. Flyer skate zone.
Shit. Our old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Underappreciated guy. I don't think he ever was surrounded with enough here. And now we have to say goodbye. He was traded to the Florida Panthers. They are contending. I'm happy for him. He gets to go and get a chance to win that ring. I mean, let's be honest. He should have one. He should have done it in Philly. But here's the trade, okay? In case you missed it, it's Claude Giroux. You got German Rutsov, who had some promise, by the way. Promising prospect. Connor Bunneman and a 5th rounder in 2024 to the Panthers for Owen Tippett, who was a 1st rounder, 10th overall in 2017. Pretty good player, but All right, you get a 2024 conditional 1st rounder and a 2023 3rd rounder. The Flyers pay half the remaining salary of Giroux. Grade this trade for me. Grade this. Give me a letter.
For the Flyers, I will actually say, I'm going to say like a C+, because his contract was expiring. They actually got something out of it. And, you know, there's rumors that he's going to return in the summer. So it's like,
hold that thought.
Okay. And I kind of feel like Flyers fans, like, now they'd be rooting for Florida.
You better be.
Yeah, because like,
what the hell are you rooting for this year?
Yeah,
we suck.
So it's like, for me, I would kind of say, like, I would give it a C+, just because, like I said, they at least got something out of it. And who knows? One of those picks may be something.
Nick Theories.
Yeah, C for we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you never know who you can grab in the draft. Let the man go win. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, if he's going to rot in Philly, like, let him go experience a winning season for once. And I think they made the right trade. I think it's the right thing to do. So I really like it for both sides. And I hope he does get what he wants.
I like it for Florida. I'll give them an A because I think, if I'm being honest, like, Giroux had a no-trade clause. So,
I would have said A for Florida, too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just kind of graded this.
My bad.
The trade
They're
overall.
loaded.
I mean, yeah.
The Florida Panthers. What?
Yeah.
From Tampa.
They're loaded. But, I mean, for the Flyers, though, he had a no-trade clause, guys. And he supposedly only approved a deal to Florida. Colorado was in the mix. They had been saying that all along. The Rangers even. Obviously, no chance he's going there. So to me, like, for the Flyers, the return is really, like, it's not commensurate with Giroux as a player. I'll give him a C- only because their hands were tied and they still got a first rounder and maybe Owen Tippett turns around, but like if we're being honest, the return is more like a D.
Pause.
Maybe even worse. Like that's not nearly what Giroux is worth.
Wasn't Tippett a big prospect coming out too?
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to be really good?
Yeah. Top 10 pick.
Owen Rieger.
Yeah. Oh, not quite. He's better than Rieger. So that's saying something.
Not much.
He's been playing all right. I mean, it's hard to tell. The Flyers are just like, right now. So, like, I don't want to spend too much time on them, but I hope Claude Giroux gets his ring. I still think there's that faction of the fan base that just never appreciated him enough, and it's total bullshit. You have no idea about hockey if you say that. You have no idea. You can't talk about him.
Well, I don't think it's a lack
He's a playmaker.
I don't think it's a lack of appreciation. I just think it's the lack
you
of...
you didn't hear enough of it then, Nick.
He does get.
He don't score enough goals. Yeah. That's not what he's asked to do. He's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. He's got a snipe, but he don't need to. He makes everyone around him better.
Yeah.
He needed to put a fucking sniper next to him, and they never did it in 15 years.
Yeah, and that's
what
the thing.
Scott Hartnell and Jaromir Jagr was the best line he had.
But that's where...
Come on.
That's where the hate comes from.
Exactly.
Never winning.
They never surrounded him
Truthfully.
enough.
Like, regardless of who you're surrounded with, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a great comment by Dave.
it's just facts.
They
Got
were
it.
saying
Like,
that they were going to be the first Philly team to win a title out of the four major.
And all these prospects kind of sort of, I don't
Yeah.
want to say they flop, but they've been up and down. I mean, at least Carter Hart's having a good year. Sanheim turned it around. But you're right, Dave. Like, there was a time when the Flyers were picked to win a title first out of the 4 teams, when we were all terrible. And there was also a time when they were literally one of the best teams in the league every single year. That's long gone, fellas. So, I got one follow-up for you before we move on, because the Flyers aren't really worth talking about otherwise, okay? I wish them the best. I love hockey. You guys know this. I would talk about it more here. It's maybe not our niche thing here, but I love the Flyers, so I hope it works out. But anyway, all right? Here's a facts or cap question. Claude Giroux will sign with the Flyers as a free agent this offseason. Facts or cap?
I'm going to say facts because I don't think he wanted to leave.
I'll say Cat. I think he might stay in Florida.
I'm going to say facts. I don't think he wanted to leave either, but I think that, like, there's some part of him like, oh, I'm helping the Flyers improve and I can come back next year. But also, it's going to come down to the Flyers, too. That's the part that I'm unsure of. Mm-hmm. Are they going to be willing to bring him back next year?
I think
they should.
Florida.
You really should. And there's other teams out there that want him, Nick.
Like,
who's to say he doesn't go back to play in Canada where he's from?
It's fucking beautiful in Florida. The fuck, just stay there.
I know.
Once he goes there and experiences Florida even more, like, yeah, people retire in Florida. There's a reason.
Yo, you're
it's
not
fucking
wrong.
beautiful.
Brady.
You're not wrong.
I'll never go back. I'll never go live in the cold
Facts, bro.
You're not wrong, honestly.
So that's
like,
what I'm saying. I think he's going to stay with Florida.
They go out there and win, and you never know. So, I don't know. I think there really is a part of him, though, that he didn't want to leave. So, that's all for hockey, and now we have to get to the meat. And pause.
Whoa, pause, fam.
The meat and potatoes of the show. Notice how I paused there. I kind of threw you a layup.
You know it.
I threw you a
That
layup.
was crazy.
The meat and potatoes, okay?
I got you.
The NFL. Because there's never a day where there's no news in this fucking league anymore. They took over the world. It's crazy. So, let me brief this for everybody, because it was just a random fucking day. No news going on, and then suddenly, boom, Schefter and Rappaport are saying there's a chance that Tyreek Hill could be moved. They can't reach an extension. Oh, but it was going on for a few days before that. And then it came down to the Jets and Dolphins as a team that agreed with the Chiefs to make a deal. There were plenty of other teams, obviously, looking into that. And the Chiefs wanted to keep him. But they couldn't reach a deal. I mean, So let me just shoot right to the shit, all right? The Kansas City Chiefs traded 3-time All-Pro first team, 6-time Pro Bowl, Super Bowl champion, wide receiver Tyreek Hill. This is no slouch here, fellas. This is no slouch. They trade Tyreek Hill.
Fucking crazy.
Maybe the biggest game changer at wide receiver or offense in general in the whole league. This guy is one of the most dynamic players we've seen.
Bad
And they
ideas
trade
incorporated.
him. Yeah, you hold your thoughts there.
Bro.
I'm gearing myself up for our arguments, okay? He got traded to the Miami Dolphins. Because, look, if you have a choice between the Dolphins and the Jets, I'm living in Miami, too. Okay?
yeah.
But there's some questions, all right? Miami gives up a 2022 first rounder, a second rounder, so that's 29th and 50th picks, a fourth rounder, and then another 4 and another 6 in 2023. That's a fucking haul. And then after the fact, Tyreek Hill. Oh, man. Wide receivers. Whew.
Yeah.
He usurps Devontae Adams after 1 week as the highest paid receiver ever. And he gets 4 years, $120 million. That keeps him signed through 2026. And he's now the highest paid receiver in NFL history.
Wow.
$30 million a season for a wide receiver. Whoa. Holy fuck was my reaction to the whole thing. Grade the deal, guys, and then we can react to this shit. Grade it for both sides.
I give it A to the Dolphins because speed is going to really kill on that team.
Sweet feet.
They got Waddle too. That motherfucker ain't no joke.
It's a
He's
track
fast as
meet.
shit.
The whole offense is fast.
Yeah, like for me, I think it's an A. I think it's a home run for Miami. It gives them an actual weapon for Tua to get better, progress his career. I love what Miami's doing for him. Like, that's what the Eagles should be doing for Hurts. Get him a weapon.
Facts.
You know, you got the young receiver in Waddle. Fuck it, let's bring in Tyreek Hill. The Eagles have Devontae Smith. They got nothing. They got Zach Pascal. Come on, cuz. What are
I
we
never would
talking
have traded
about?
that for
Oh,
him.
actually,
Anyway,
pause.
I'm gonna go back to the
all right,
trade.
you
though.
can have it. You got the floor.
But Miami, look, they gave up a first round pick and they gave up 5 picks, and they also gave him the bag. But they're able to do that when you have Waddle on a rookie contract, Tua on a rookie contract, and now you're able to build your team around your quarterback.
That's a good
so
point.
I think they are doing an excellent job by doing that. And for me, for the Chiefs, I give them a D because, yeah, they acquired the capital, but the bottom line is, if you look at their division, everybody else is loading up. The Raiders acquired Devontae Adams. Denver got Russell Wilson and a couple other players as well. And the Chargers, they got J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack. They kept Mike Williams. Like, they ain't going nowhere. So everybody in the division got better, and they got, like, honestly worse. And you lost Honey Badger on defense. Like, for me, like, I think this was a bad move because I got to be honest with you. This is going to be fatal to the Chiefs this year.
Fatal, he said.
Fatal. Fatal.
So I agree with most of everything he just said. Here's the
Except
thing.
for the word fatal.
No, I'm going further than that.
Oh my God, you got it.
So
All right, here we go.
I give the Dolphins a B, but here's the reason I didn't give them an A. They're building around Tua, and they gave up all that draft capital. But is Tua the answer quarterback? If he's not,
You're about to find out.
you're
now.
in trouble. So that's the only reason I didn't go to an A. The reason I'm giving it a B is because you just acquired a top 5 wide receiver. So, like, to me, my thing is like you're giving Tua all the tools to succeed now. You brought in Chase Edmonds too, Raheem Mostert. So
Speed,
and you have Mike McDaniel, who was under Shanahan, who's, you know, if he learned anything from him, he's been with him for like the last 11 years. Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to be great. They went out.
You guys know I like him a lot.
Yeah, they went out and got the what's his face? Who's the left tackle? Trent Williams.
That's Teron Armstead.
Oh, Teron Armstead. I'm sorry, excuse me.
And then they got Connor Williams from the Cowboys at left guard.
So, like, you know, they're building up their O line, like they're getting Tua ready to succeed. Mm-hmm. For the Chiefs, give them an F for fatal, because they traded a 3-time All-Pro in a Super Bowl window. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense, and you can't sell me on Juju Smith-Schuster.
Hell
no. Valdez Scantling. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand it. Like, yes, they got a haul, but
Valdez.
But like, fuck that. It was asinine. I don't get it, and it's going to make Patrick Mahomes' life a lot harder. Like, period. Because Juju Smith-Schuster, when he was successful, he had AB on the opposite side of him. He wasn't successful by himself.
I don't think he's signing there if he knew Tyreek was leaving.
100% he wasn't.
He's going to be exposed.
If he was, like, if I'm Juju, I'm mad because I'd rather went to Dallas because at least you have CeeDee Lamb that's going to attract people. But, I mean, it's just, I don't. They're in it. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm calling Seattle right now and offering that first I just got for DK Metcalf and salvaging that.
Supposedly they made that call, guys. They supposedly made calls on Metcalf and Lockett, and so did the Packers, apparently.
No doubt.
And also, there's a little bit of there was a couple comments, and this might have just been pure speculation by whoever it was that posted it, but it was a blue check mark, so I'll just throw it out there. They said the Chiefs should give the Ravens a call on Marquise Brown, and I thought that was interesting too. But Lamar Jackson was like, hell no.
Yeah,
hell no. But like, anyway. My thoughts, okay? I'll give the Dolphins an A- for the pure fact that this is what you have to do to surround your quarterback with the right pieces.
Yeah.
This is the only way you're going to find out if he's the guy, and at this point, they can always move on, too. So they have a core that's locked up at this point. I mean, Gesicki's on the franchise tag, so maybe not him, but look at the speed. I mean, you got three guys that can run a damn near 4.25. You got Mostert, Waddle, and Tyreek Hill. You got Mike Gesicki, a tight end, can run a 4.5. That's fucking crazy.
He's good.
The guy's 6'5", 6'6". I might be underselling it. He's a fucking brick. Okay? And then Chase Edmonds runs a 4.5, but he looks faster on film.
He's good, man.
I mean,
So I'll give them an A- because I like what they're doing overall. Like, the Dolphins were always ready. Like, they have pieces, guys. They just didn't have the quarterback. So now we're going to find out, okay? I'll give it to them. The Chiefs, major. All right, the Chiefs, Fatal is crazy, man. I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying. Hold your thought here, okay? I need you to take a page out of this book. RELAX, fellas. Andy Reid has won games with James Trash and Todd Pinkston at wide receiver. And that was with Donovan McNabb at quarterback. I'm pretty sure Mahomes is a lot better. Number one.
It's a different
Number
era.
two, I know it's a different era, but I'm just
McNabb
saying.
was considered a top quarterback at the time.
Correct. And Mahomes is considered the top quarterback at this time. So
Not to me.
that's okay. I know how you guys feel, and I'm about to fucking go at it with you, and I know it. I know it. I might walk out tonight. I've already said this. All right? So the point is, like, okay, we all know Juju is not a number one. Get the fuck out of here with that. And you know I don't care for him.
Yeah.
Neither do I, so.
I think he's a good slot receiver.
Yeah.
And he's still young. But I mean, I don't like the whole TikTok bullshit, and I don't know.
Well, he fits in with the culture.
Yeah, him and Jackson.
Yeah.
It's bothersome. And then they sign MVS to a 3-year deal at $12 million per, which is crazy.
That is
he
a lot of
takes
money.
the top off of defense. I get it. They're like the concept of having him there is wise. That's what you need. You need a guy that's a burner. So that they're trying to replace the speed right there. But there's no fucking way this is what they're settling on. I'll promise you that right now. They're going to go out and get somebody. This wide receiver draft class is also stacked.
Yeah.
Fortunately. They have literally 2 picks in every round. They got 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, 2 fourths. They're loaded with picks. So I'll give them, like, honestly, Tyreek Hill's been getting banged up a little bit. He hasn't missed a ton of time as a pro. He's 28 years old. He's getting $30 million per. I'm sure they offered him a healthy deal, guys. They wanted him. But $30 million,
That's crazy.
it don't make sense.
Yeah.
So
that's
they knew this. This was coming, okay? Tyreek Hill knew this. Apparently, he said it like 11 days ago.
well, he wanted Devontae Adams.
But like Tyreek Hill, last time I checked, said, "Oh, we're gonna win 7 rings. We're aiming for Jordan." Shaded Tom Brady, I guess, right? That was bullshit. You know that comment?
Yeah, I know what
He said they're going after Jordan with 7 titles. Guy ups and leaves for money. I mean, he would have made plenty.
well, they said that after they won, so Brady didn't have 7 yet.
Yeah.
But little did he know he was actually chasing Brady.
Exactly right. Probably motivated the guy for that matter. But
Good.
like, okay, so he left for the money and the nice weather. You just also left your bread and butter right there.
That contract is so bad.
I'm going to give the Chiefs, like, in terms of return, this is about as good as you can get. Really. 28-year-old receiver asking for $30 million. They only had 2 deals done. What does that tell you? They couldn't reach a deal with everybody else? No one else wanted this guy? Because riddle me this. I mean, I think he's probably the number 2 receiver in the league right now.
Arguably.
Who?
Tyreek Hill. You could argue he's probably
2
the
or 3.
second best right now. You could even make a case at 1 if you want. I think Devontae Adams is better, but
I actually think Cooper Kupp.
I think Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, fact.
Cooper, and we conveniently forget him. If he wants his bread,
We
go out and get it.
forget him, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'll never do
he's-
it again.
But let's just be real though. Top 3, and he's a do-it-all guy. He's not just a burner, okay? Let's dispel that because anyone that hasn't realized that he's one of the best route runners in the league, like you've not been paying attention. He's a do-it-all guy. He's
a
amazing.
playmaker. He's a playmaker.
He can get the ball in space. Like really, like I'll talk about the Dolphins in a minute, but like he really is a major player. I'm not like underselling this deal.
He's going to change that whole offense.
He's a game-changing player, but the Chiefs' offense is equipped to be able to like offset him to a degree. You still got Kelsey. You got the other 2, and they're going to get somebody else. They still have arguably the best offensive line in football. I'll give him I want to give him a B- because that's a good return. That's a good return, all things considered. It's the same thing with Giroux we just talked about.
It's
in
like,
theory, like their hands were tied, but they're not fatal.
Oh yeah, they are.
That's crazy.
fatal, bro.
No, they're fatal.
That's shot.
How do you say a B, bro?
Yeah, like
Because here's the thing, guys.
bro, they just gave
He
up.
forced their hand, and
3-time All-Pro wide receiver.
I know,
That's
and
not a big.
and really like the thing is though,
In
it's
his
like
prime.
that screams he's making a Hall of Fame case right now if he continues at these numbers. But he's 28 though, and he's breaking down a little bit.
My thing is,
And he's
like,
shorter, so like you don't know how long he's going to keep this speed. I
what
imagine
makes you think he's breaking down?
he's been battling soft tissue injuries this year.
Yeah, I mean, this is just 1 year. Is this
But
a
it's
glimpse for things to come?
Still,
Maybe.
right?
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I got you.
This is
Okay.
still, like I said, this guy is amazing.
He's a fucking.
I just don't know how many years he's got left at this level.
He's a beast.
my thing is,
I think he's got a solid 3 to 4 years.
Yeah,
and
that's
in
what they
that
signed him
case,
for.
this is great.
Yeah, that's what they signed him for.
That's why I gave the Dolphins an A. But the Chiefs, their hands are tied.
I know, but like that's the thing. Like your division got so much better.
You can't
Like,
keep him.
There's just they're gonna have.
If he's
they're gonna be in trouble.
if he's
bro.
disgruntled, this is a time to get rid of him right before the draft.
they could
and
really
you
be in
can't-
trouble, Mike.
Maybe.
my thing is like Tyreek Hill, like that's a big loss. They lost Honey Badger. They lost Charvarius Ward. Their defense isn't that good to begin with. So it's like,
Yeah, but now, Mike, they just freed up $20 million to do whatever they want.
who's a big free agent that they could go sign that
They
would
could
change
bring
the
back
defense?
Honey Badger if they want. They're
They
already
could.
talking to 3 or 4 guys, I saw.
They could, but the difference is now is they're going to need their defense to stop offenses.
Yeah.
Because now they're not going to be able to score at will.
Well,
Like,
are
when
we
Patrick-
conveniently forgetting what they did? Like, the defense turned this
Yeah.
whole season around.
It was called
doubt.
The
overachieving.
defense was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
It was.
And look, they like
you could argue that was their best unit.
it was
this year.
for a number of
Seriously.
weeks
Yeah,
till the offense turned it around. It was their best unit. Mm-hmm. That
I just-
turned their whole like. So what I'm getting at is like this team is a perennial Super Bowl contender. One player didn't make that. They're gonna be.
Bro, they have no shot at winning the Super Bowl this year.
Bro,
like,
you're
zero.
talking right now. They're gonna go out and get somebody. Let's be
if
real.
well, they did. They
if
got
they add-
Valdez,
No, it's not gonna be
and
it.
they got Juju.
That's not gonna be it.
If they add,
I mean, who else?
I guarantee you that.
You
Hold
think
on.
Julio's coming to town?
They've already made the call
I don't
for the
care if they
Seahawks
get Julio
receivers.
too. That still doesn't work because they need what Tyreek
No, they're
Hill
gonna
did.
they're gonna go out and they're gonna get a rookie and maybe.
I don't care if they get
one
a
of those
rookie.
two.
Even if they get a rookie, no chance. They're at best as a whole. They're at best the 3rd best team in their division.
I'm happy you said that because now we can open up that subject.
And
right?
at best, they're the 7th, at very best, the 7th best wide receiver quarterback duo in the AFC. At best.
Wide receiver quarterback duo.
Yes. At best, they're 7.
Oh, that might be generous.
That's what I mean. At best. And I put a little list together here. But I'm saying at best, that's where I had them.
At this current stage, I would probably even say lower. If you're talking wide receiver.
Well, I still have some respect for Mahomes. Like, he ain't a bum.
got it.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
it like
like,
that.
that's not that-
Let's not twist that
No,
up.
no.
He's not a bum.
No.
I'm just saying it was like the 3 people I put under them were Ryan Tannehill and A.J. Brown, Lamar and Bateman, and Matt Ryan and Mike Pittman. Like, if you say that those 3 aren't better than him and whoever they have, Like I could get that just because Patrick Mahomes is phenomenal.
Unless you throw Kelsey in that mix.
He's
Kelsey
a tight end now. He's a tight end.
But he's a damn near
But
100 catch guy.
he's like a wide receiver.
I know,
He plays
that's
in the
fair.
slot,
But now
too.
he's going to be the one that's focused on.
He's been,
I
though,
get it.
Mike. He's been.
But now
They have to focus on both of them.
But here's the
now,
thing, though. Now they don't because now you have the only person you have left on the outside is the dollar store version of Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman. It's the only person you have left.
Yeah.
That's all you have left.
If that.
So it's like you see
Honestly,
that. You see that, and it's
Cole
just
Hardman doesn't do much for me, to be honest with you.
yeah, no, he's poo. Pringle was outperforming him last year.
Pringle's gone now.
He's gone. So is
Remember,
DeMarcus
Mahomes
Robinson.
makes these guys too. Like, I'm not saying he made Tyreek Hill, but they were a perfect complement for each other. Mahomes will get the best out of whoever they bring in. This offense
I'll give you that.
is literally set up in that regard. This is Andy Reid's offense. It works. This is proven. Okay? This is a vertical offense, but it could be whatever you want offense too. Like that's what they were. When they figured it out this year, they were a do-it-all offense. Because they learned that they can't just hit the deep ball all day long. And they're not going to be able to do that now. So here, let me read. This is just a stat, okay? Mahomes, 7 games without Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, okay? 7 games. Hold on. Where is it? Here it is. 7 games without them. He went 6-1, 65% completion, 337 passing yards per game, 14 TDs, 1 pick, 109.8 passer rating. That's the key right there. I mean,
What year was that?
This is overall body of work.
Oh, okay.
This includes everything. They only missed 7 games. They play hurt, these guys. They missed 7 games, but those numbers are...
They are impressive, and I'll give you that. But it wasn't with these teams that they have now. The Bills are a powerhouse. The Broncos are a powerhouse.
There
the Raiders are a
weren't
powerhouse.
too many slouches on that list, by the way. The teams that they played.
I'm sure, but it's a lot different. I mean, you have 6 games, like the division games now are just so much different than they were even last year.
It's a higher magnitude.
For that matter. Like, it's this is like, there's no, like, the dynasty talk and all that shit. Like, you need high-powered offenses. That's what you need right now. And it's just, like I said, only in their division is the best division in football.
Clearly.
By far.
Yeah, by far. It's not even close.
So it's like, you have 6 games right there where it's just, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, I mean...
One of those teams will probably miss the playoffs. They all 4 can make it. It's possible. I would venture to say, yeah, right now.
I would say, honestly, the team, if you ask me right now, dead serious, the team most likely to miss the playoffs in that division, I would say the Chiefs. Wow. An overall roster, 100%.
Overall roster?
An overall roster.
You think that their roster's worse than the Raiders?
Yeah, because I'm taking Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow over Patrick Mahomes, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Josh Jacobs.
That defense leaves a lot to be desired over there, though.
That's fair. But look,
their
last
offensive
year,
line...
This is just in their division. Last year, the Chargers' offense was ranked 4th. I venture to say they'll be the same or get a little bit better. They brought everybody back. The Raiders were ranked 11th. They're going to have a healthy Waller, and they added Devontae Adams. The Broncos were ranked 19th. If Russell Wilson's that dude that you say he is, and everybody says he is,
I guarantee
they're going to catapult.
Guaranteed.
The Chiefs were ranked 3rd. They got marginally worse.
They did.
So it's like I don't see where you're replacing that production. I don't see it. And
there's nobody that can replace Tyreek Hill, but they're going to make another move. They're going to make another move.
That's speculation. But if they don't, and they enter the season with this, I'm just saying, if they don't...
I'll shake hands with you right now.
I think they'll go in the draft. But you're talking about getting a big-time wide receiver. The only way I can see that is maybe call up Seattle and get DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett.
And they made the call, supposedly, so I'll wait and see what happens there.
Yeah, if they get one of those guys, then I'm like, oh, well, then it makes sense because you got Valdez and Lockett or DK.
Would you rather Lockett or DK for Patrick Mahomes?
I'd rather have DK.
In terms of fit... in terms of fit, I'd rather have Metcalf.
But
that's the thing, though, is he's going to need a contract next year. But that's the thing. Is like Tyreek Hill, his contract expires next year, so they had to make a decision. The time was coming, and it didn't work out.
He's going to suffer too. Let's not get that twisted. He's 100% going to suffer.
I think that what you guys are doing right now, and what everyone else is going to do, is they're going to say the sky's falling, that this team is going to fall the fuck apart. You just said effort fatal, and they're the worst team in the division.
I didn't say they were the worst team in the division.
You said on paper.
I said if you look at the totality of the teams right now, you can make an argument that they are the weakest team in the division. That's a fact.
You can make an argument,
sure.
but like you're dismissing all the other parts on the team. We're talking about one player. This team has been the Super Bowl favorite for 3 years.
But I don't think they're gonna win the division though.
What's the
now
joke?
that
I think this will be.
look,
I think this will be the year that they actually take their.
What's the
crown.
meme about
Right now-
Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill? Refresh my memory on it. What do I always make fun of Patrick Mahomes about? Oh, fuck it. Throw it up. Tyreek's out there somewhere.
Here we go.
We always talk about.
Oh, my
No,
God.
we're going right into it now because I'm feeling my blood's flowing. I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
I was praying you
'Cause, like,
wouldn't say it, but I knew you would.
That's coming because we talk about Jimmy G. If he
Fucking
makes that
crazy.
throw, to Emmanuel Sanders, that may change history because they might win that Super Bowl. Nobody remembers Patrick Mahomes. Who did he throw that ball up to that got them in position to score that touchdown? Tyreek Hill against Buffalo. When he threw a 20-yard fucking slant over the middle and Tyreek Hill took it for a touchdown. Those plays are gone because that guy's not there anymore. Patrick Mahomes is going to have to do methodical drive after methodical drive, something he's never had to do.
But that's what they did when they turned the offense around, Mike.
When?
This year. That's when the offense turned the corner, was when they had to become methodical.
No, because
That's when they
Tyreek Hill
turned
was
it
doing
around this year. Yes, I know he made a few big plays in there. They're not going to lose the vertical capability, but when they turned the offense around this year, the turning point for them was when they learned that they can't just go vertical 24/7. And then they became methodical. And that's when Mahomes got better,
like
too.
now the defense
Mahomes
can
is
play
getting
close.
the easy completions now.
Correct.
Mahomes is taking what the defense is giving to him. That's when
He
they
is.
turned it around this year.
Yes, but Mike, listen. Now you don't have to worry about Hill anymore, so the defense can play up.
Theoretically, yes, it's true, but they did get a burner who's going to expand the top level of the defense.
Who?
You have to respect MVS's speed. I'm not
Aaron
saying.
Rodgers didn't even respect him. He was
Listen,
out.
I'm just saying, though,
That's
it's the
true.
same thing with Deshaun Jackson. Even at this stage of his career, when the speed's on the field, you have to respect it. They're not going to just forget how to fucking play football. I'm not saying to you that, like, he's replaceable. He is not replaceable. This is actually maybe one of the few players in the league that's not replaceable.
Fair.
But they're going to do their best. They will get another piece. And this guy, remind me, this is a down year. He had 4,800 yards and 37 TDs.
How'd
It's
they
a
finish?
down year.
How'd they finish?
He had 11 TDs in 3 playoff games. Baker had 17 for the year. And I'm no shade at Baker.
I'm off that.
I'm just saying. He had 11 touchdowns in 3 games.
Who won that
get
Bills
it.
game?
I get it. They choked.
Thank you.
Because you and I had them advancing.
I know. I was sick.
I was sick too.
I hate being wrong.
I was sick too, but these things happen sometimes. It is a team game. The defense, the
Bills
defense
game,
still
it's
gave up 3+ scores to allow the Bengals to win. Let's not make a mistake here. The Chiefs' offense could have won that game.
Oh shit.
They fucking choked.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking like
My
the
man,
Bills
the Chiefs
game.
won that game. Holy shit. I forgot.
The
I
Bills
forgot the Chiefs won that
It
game.
was the Bengals.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Bro,
the Bills.
Did I say Bills?
That second half was bad. He choked big time.
He choked.
Bro. Like he had like what?
Factual.
40 passing yards. Or
Riddle
something
me
like
this.
that?
It was weird. He looked.
An
He looked,
interception?
he looked mad average when Tyreek didn't have a catch.
I can't
right?
remember a
Yeah.
postseason where Mahomes and Brady both choked in the same postseason. They both choked.
Bro, you can't.
I'm just throwing it out there, though. This happens. That's the point of me mentioning Brady. It happens. This team has been there
Yeah,
every
but you
fucking
can't-
year.
You can't say somebody choked when they have 7 rings, dog. Like they don't choke, bro.
Bro, it's okay. It
Like,
happens sometimes.
Yeah, but
and I'm
you
not making
can't-
it. You're gonna make
you
it about
can't
Brady.
Tell
And that's-
somebody that they choked when they have 7 Super Bowls.
Mike
bro.
said it first.
No, but
I think he did.
That doesn't even
He
make
did,
any
yeah.
sense.
He turned it
He
around
choked.
though, in that game.
Okay, he lost the game. He went to fucking 10 Super Bowls in 20 years. It's 50%.
I know, but he
do
played
the
like shit.
fucking
See,
math.
that's
Who
the
the
thing.
hell is doing that in history, bro?
Is look at-
You'd be lucky to find a quarterback to win 50% of division titles.
So
That has
thank you.
nothing to
This
do with
That's
is
a fucking
I'm
fact.
happy.
This guy went to fucking 10 Super Bowls.
And
And
see,
50%.
And the last game he played
Come
in,
on,
he
bro.
was garbage until
That's
the fourth
corny to
quarter.
say he
This
choked.
is good,
That's so
though.
stupid. That's fucking dumb.
This is good.
That's
Wanna know
dumb.
why? See how you just got triggered when I mentioned Brady? The reason why you guys don't like Mahomes, for some godforsaken reason,
I like Mahomes.
the reason Nick don't like him then, and the reason sometimes you throw a little bit of shade, Mike, is because there were the people out there that said Mahomes was on a Brady track because statistically he has better years than Brady in the beginning of his career and he's reached X amount of Super Bowls. He didn't win as many as Brady so far. He had his chance. Honestly, if he won a second ring and he's at this point of his career, it's interesting.
He
Now
lost
it's like
to Brady.
and he lost to Brady. So it would have been interesting. But the point is, there's a crowd out there that pumped him up like that. That's why Nick don't like Mahomes.
I hate it. It's
That's what I
too
got for him.
early
Don't like Mahomes.
It's too early, bro. You can't say somebody's chasing fucking Brady when he's got 6 Super Bowls at the time. 6 Super Bowls, it's unheard of.
So-
Joe Montana won 4, and he had Jerry Rice. Like, it's not sustainable to win that many
So
Super
that's
Bowls.
my
bro.
point.
The only way you can win that many Super Bowls is if you're an unselfish player willing to take less so your team can build more.
So that's
the
my
problem
point,
with
Nick.
the Patriots is they had a good defense. Their offense was fucking garbage, though.
And the
If you look at
division was
if you look
trash.
at their wide receiver, he was throwing to fucking Kenbrell, Tompkins, who else? Aaron Dodson. Come on, man. Like Malcolm Mitchell. He won a Super Bowl with Malcolm Mitchell, and then he retired.
This is my point,
Bro,
Nick.
like this is what I'm saying. Like this is
So-
a different animal, bro.
I know, and
This is a
that's my
different
point
cat.
I'm making is people propped him up, and that's why people like you can't respect what Mahomes has done and what he can do to elevate a team.
Ain't nobody say I didn't respect it. I'm just saying.
Brady did it with those weapons you just said. Who's to say that Mahomes can't do the same? It's basically the same thing right now.
I mean,
Best
difference-
offense in the league. Mediocre wide receivers right now.
Here
You
it
know
is,
they're
too.
going to be aggressive.
This
Okay.
year, though, is why the whole Brady thing will never happen because the AFC was ass.
I know,
It was
but-
always the East. The
this
AFC
is-
East was always garbage.
I'm just trying to prove a point.
No, I'm
The
with you.
point
I actually
is
fully agree with that statement.
this is the point that I was trying to raise. And I was saving this for you guys because I think that's why you don't like him.
I already told you why.
I think that's why, though. Because it's easy to forget what this guy has done to this point. There's a reason. This guy, the reason why you see him finding receivers so wide open is because this guy makes his reads and progressions at an elite level like a Tom Brady.
See, I think that's Cat.
No,
He
it's
admitted
not.
that he
I think it's
didn't.
Cat.
He does, though. That's the whole
No,
point. That's
he
why he
admitted
don't,
on the shop.
He
He's
gets
not-
this,
he's not on
he
that
gets
level,
this
bro.
gunslinger tag, right? Because it's really not even true. He's not a gunslinger because he don't have to ever throw into tight windows because he makes good decisions. And he finds
Mike,
open receivers.
He said on LeBron's show, The Shop, that he didn't learn how to read defenses until like the end of that season.
I know, but this is now, though. We're talking now.
And right now, he's not walking
He
up to a
showed you
line of
that.
scrimmage and viewing the defense and reading it perfect and then throwing somebody
I'm not
wide
talking
open.
about pre-snap. I'm talking about when the game is being played. That's the whole point. This guy made a living. I'm talking about, you guys are talking, he just said pre-snap. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
pre-snap. I'm talking about when the game is being played
Yes.
and the ball is snapped.
Yes.
And you have to go through your reads and progressions. This is why the guy is able to find receivers wide the fuck open. They get schemed open. They're also very fucking talented, and he's also very good at finding them. These 3 things are true.
We're going to find out, though, because he's going to have to throw people open in tight windows.
Yes.
It is very easy to throw a ball 70 yards and let Tyreek Hill just run and catch the fuck up to it.
It is, but how many guys can throw that ball accurately, too? Not many.
But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be
Jalen
that
Hurts is throwing
accurate.
that 20 yards past him.
That's fair, but it doesn't have to be
It
that
don't have to be-
accurate when he's
yeah.
running a 4-2.
Hey, listen, you have to.
Who was more
listen,
inaccurate
it's-
than Donovan McNabb?
It's not as easy as you're
And-
saying. It's
but-
not easy to hit on that deep ball.
It's not, but I'm not Donovan McNabb. Michael Vick was a very inaccurate quarterback. And when he was with Deshaun Jackson, it looked perfect because he was throwing it as far as he
I
can.
know.
And Deshaun Watson was just going. Here's another example I
But
just thought
that's
of.
not-
What did Riley Cooper look like when Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin?
I don't care. Listen to me. Listen to me. Tyreek Hill, that conveniently right there. You're now pigeonholing him. The thing that makes Tyreek Hill so great is getting him in space and getting him the ball and letting him do his thing, which they do at an elite level, and he found him with the deep ball. It's
doubt.
everything. The Dolphins should be taking that as a blueprint right there. Find him in space, and that's how, because he's not going to be running those routes as much now.
Hell no, he can't.
Exactly. That's
can't.
what they need to do, though.
I'll be honest. I'm concerned because I think teams are going to double Kelsey, and
They've been doing that, though, Nick. They've been doubling him and Hill.
It's a different
right.
double.
But now the more the focus, yeah, exactly. But the Chiefs were able to read. Okay, you're going to double Hill. I'm going to go to Kelsey. You're going to double Kelsey. I'm going to go to Hill. Now you don't have that dynamic anymore. So really, it's who you're really focused on is Travis Kelsey, especially on third downs, big third downs in the game. You got to rely on MBS and Juju right now. I'm not talking
Right now, it's
who
not
they
good
can be.
enough. I know.
I'm just saying, if they go into the season right now as constructed, they're going to struggle.
You'll hear from me then. I
They'll
promise
struggle.
you.
They're going to struggle.
You'll hear from me.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I suspect they will use the first round pick on a wide receiver, which would make sense.
They're getting 1 to 2 more. If they didn't, though, I'm right there with you. I'll fucking literally, they're getting crucified by me.
That, or they're going to spend the first round pick and possibly get DK, because they actually got a couple fourths in that deal.
They got a haul.
Right. So if you use a first and a fourth, who cares? If I can get a DK Metcalf kind of player and I have him for 3 more years under contract, I'm with that.
The thing is, guys, this happens in the league all the time. The reason this is catching so much heat right now is because the Chiefs were that team. The Chiefs' offense was the one that changed the entire NFL landscape. That's why this is getting crazy amount of attention. And that's why the Chiefs are going to be overlooked. Really.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to be overlooked as a team.
I agree.
I think the offense is going to be overlooked. And I think it's way too soon. Like, I'm not going to tolerate any Mahomes disrespect right now. I can't. I cannot.
I'm not disrespecting him.
And also,
I actually,
I'm throwing it out there for anybody.
I do like Mahomes.
If you say anything disrespectful about Mahomes,
no,
I'm not.
I do
call
like
me Mike Mahomes all you want. Goffar, where you at? You can say it right now.
I do like Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying, life for him is going to be really different this year.
Could be.
Unless it's Metcalf. If they get a rookie, his life is different, bro.
Listen to me. I would have been right there with you. But when their offense changed, when I saw them change and be able to do the underneath shit that they couldn't do for the last 3 years, when they changed, it was about mid-season. When they proved to me that they could do that, that's when I realized that Mahomes is that dude. Because we all knew what he could do, but no one could ever adjust to the Chiefs' offense. And then they finally did, and then they showed you that they could be a methodical team. They showed you that they could change the way they call a game, and Mahomes showed you that he can change the way he is as a quarterback. They showed you that. If they didn't show me that this year, if I didn't see that with my 2 eyes, I'd be right there with you right now. I'd be saying, I am concerned. I'm not concerned about Mahomes.
Here's the funny thing.
I'm not.
About that whole Bengals and Chiefs game. Everybody forgets he blew a 21-3 lead at home.
He did.
Everybody forgets that.
I don't think
we
anyone
can butter
forgot.
his
I
ass
just
up
said
all
that.
we want. He choked too.
I just said that.
You know
and
what I mean?
I'm his biggest fan. I just said that too.
I know you say you don't want no Mahomes disrespect, but if that was anybody else, I'm sure they're getting a lot of flack for that shit.
I think he did get a lot of flack, Nick.
I don't know. I don't really hear that too much.
The Chiefs were supposed to be in the bowl
already.
Yes, but that's
He's still already
bullshit.
respected.
I think that he got plenty of shade. And the Chiefs,
I don't know
the Chiefs were supposed to be in the bowl. They were supposed to be in the bowl. So we might be listening to some different tunes here.
Yeah,
It's going to be.
It'll be interesting to see the adjustment.
I'm excited.
Like, I want to see it too, but I think they're going to be conveniently dismissed. And that's a fucking mistake. They're going to be right in this thing.
I agree with that.
They're going to be right in this damn thing.
Unless, if they go into the season with this team, they're going to be. They're not even going to be paid attention to, and they shouldn't be because they're not good enough.
Agreed.
They're not good.
You double Travis Kelce. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna put my best corner on Scantling so he can go, so he don't go deep, and I can have my safety and my corner just travel Juju.
And you don't need somebody.
They've been trying to do this though. It's gonna change. I'm agreeing with you, but just don't make too big of a deal about it. That's all I'm trying to say. They're still the Chiefs, guys. There's a reason why they're here. There's a reason why they've been perennial contenders.
Well, they've been perennial contenders
They were
because
nothing.
Tyreek Hill was a big part of that puzzle.
Like, listen,
and so was Honey Badger on defense.
This is what I said to you guys in the text.
So we're going to see.
Alex Smith, you saw where they were. They were a good team. They got to playoff level, and Tyreek Hill blossomed his first year with him. It was like 1,100 yards, 5 TDs. Good player.
Andy Reid.
Good player.
Got Tyreek Hill.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
they
agreed.
nailed the draft pick. And then you paired him with the perfect quarterback for him. Perfect.
Tyreek Hill
They were
loses
perfect
in
for
this.
each other. That's where we're getting at
He
next.
gets his look. He won because he got his money and he's going to go live in warm weather in Miami. But from a football
there.
standpoint, he lost.
He's a huge loser here.
Because he's now going to have
Doesn't mean
to.
he's going to be unproductive.
No, I'm not saying
Major
that.
loss though.
But now he's going to be running 7-8 yard digs across the middle and getting banged up. He's not running 50-yard out routes and Tua throwing a bomb for him to catch up to. That's not happening.
We'll see, bro. Maybe Tua will actually shock some people this year because maybe Miami really likes Tua. Like, maybe they see something in this kid because not for nothing, Miami was in the Deshaun Watson trade talks. They obviously moved off that. Like, they actually believe in Tua. If you're making a move like this, you believe in your young quarterback.
I agree.
And they are backing their young quarterback, and I respect that. That's exactly what a lot of teams should do. in the early stages of a young quarterback's career, you got to support him. If you don't support him, he's not gonna more chances than not. He's not gonna succeed. Like
I know the
it's
Eagles should have
bad
did
energy,
it. Now here's
bro.
the thing: the Eagles were going to do it because they were about to get Calvin Ridley, but he fucked that up.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the Eagles got to do again though. They're screwing it up for Jalen Hurts. Like, here's a perfect thing for the Eagles too. You got 3 first-round picks. You got 2 for free. Go all for the Seahawks. 1 for DK Metcalf. Why not? I don't even give a fuck. I'd throw in a third just because I get Jalen Hurts, DK Metcalf with Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert.
You want to know why they're
Because
not
then
rushing,
you'll
guys?
Then you can know what he can do.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
not rushing because they don't believe in him. That's the problem. Now,
I actually do believe that. I do
Miami
believe that.
must, to some degree, I mean, once Flores is out of there, it's pretty clear that they favor Tua now. This was the best case that you could do. They gave him everything he needed.
I'm happy for him.
They gave him everything he needed. So now, what I was basically getting at with the Tyreek thing, guys, is now you can expect his numbers will probably be more like what it was when he was with Alex Smith. Like, he ascended from a 75 catch, 1,100, 5 TD guy to 1,500 yards, 15 TDs, 80, 90 catches, 17 yards per catch.
Not bad.
What the fuck? 17 yards per catch. That's what he was with Mahomes. So now what I'm getting at is that's the level you're probably going to see now. It's going to be like a 90 catch, maybe 100 catch guy, maybe. Get him in space like he did with the Chiefs when they did figure this shit out. And they were doing this all along. But, like, he's not a one-trick pony. Get him in space. You get the ball in his hand and let him make a play. Same thing they did with Waddle this year. You get him the ball in space, you make a play.
I got you.
That's how this offense will thrive. Miami's going to thrive when Tua gets the ball out fast, just like Jimmy G. It's going to be short, 10-yard routes. And you know what? I actually don't want to dismiss his deep ball because in terms of accuracy on the deep ball, he was 3rd in the NFL this year, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Tua.
Which is fucking stunning.
I love what you
but
said.
I
still
think
think
he's all right,
like,
bro.
what he was
They believe
known
in
for, was ball placement. I think what I no. This is what he was known for come out of college, and there's some stats that say he might still be the guy. The offensive line needed help.
Got it.
And we need to see him make better decisions. I think that's where I kill him the most, is his decision-making has been ass.
He's got an offensive coach now, though. He doesn't have a
I
defensive
really
guy.
love the fit.
Like, I feel like Brian Flores didn't even give a fuck about offense, to be honest.
He's a defensive coach.
Yeah.
But also, like, this is just about as perfect of a fit that you could have to make this work. If you want Tua to work, this is how it's going to work.
I love what you said yesterday when we were talking about this.
Go ahead.
When we were
I might
fighting.
even forgot.
You probably did, because you haven't mentioned it yet, and it was really good. You said you could see Tyreek Hill becoming more like Deebo Samuel.
Yep.
And when you said
100%.
that yesterday in the midst of us yelling at each other over text.
Yes. I was screaming at these guys. They got me fucking riled up. I actually am a little toned down in comparison to yesterday.
You got all that energy.
I might have let it
yesterday.
all out, but I couldn't help it. They were.
So, but anyway,
Besides that point.
I love when you
him
said
to
that
death.
because I actually think that that's where he would be most useful and most successful.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yo, amen to that. And honestly, they have
Similar builds.
Jalen Waddle is almost. I don't want to say Tyreek Hill light because that's like
is.
disrespectful to Tyreek Hill almost. But like that's what they drafted him to be. So
I see Waddle taking that role and not
I think they'll both be doing it.
Hill. I don't see Hill running the football between the tackles.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not going to be running the football.
That's what I mean.
Just
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
route tree
yeah.
that Debo's running and getting the ball in short spaces and letting them fucking go to distance.
Yo, like possible sweeps and shit. Like
That I can see.
I actually think Mike Gesicki benefits from this too as well. Like
hell
more than a lot of tight like bro, like not
Yeah,
for
well,
nothing, he's a really
Nick,
good tight end.
I hate to cut you off because there's a reason. Look at how George Kittle blossomed. This guy
Yeah.
assisted in George Kittle becoming George Kittle.
Yeah.
Mike Gesicki's going to fucking break out
He's
massively.
a good player too, and it's just like
Look at how Mike McDaniel, used
George Kittle. Yeah. I think Gesicki's
and now he's got
year, bro.
and look, they had Debo and Ayuk. Great pairing.
Yeah.
But like
This
now
is
you just
better.
bumped it up a notch.
Yeah, you got Tyreek Hill and you got Waddle. Yo,
And you
Chase
still, and
Edmonds?
they just signed Cedric Wilson, and they still have Devontae Parker. By the way, this is the part I was going to mention earlier.
Eagles.
Eagles supposedly are in on Parker.
But
I
they
wouldn't be
give up
surprised if
capital,
the Chiefs probably could have had him in a deal, if we're being honest. But like Devontae Parker, you could get for probably a 4 or 5 right now.
I would take it.
I would do it in a
I would
heartbeat,
give a 4 for Devontae Parker.
even though he can't stay healthy,
He can't
for the love
stay
of
healthy,
God.
bro. Yeah,
But for a
like-
4 or 5, I'm in.
It's worth it.
Fucking sign me up, because you get him. You have him on 2 years at like $6 million per.
Yeah,
I know.
Fucking sign me
That's
up.
the thing, though. Like, you sign him, but like, if he doesn't play a full season, you got to have a backup plan.
Yeah,
That's the thing,
dude. And
So you're gonna give a fourth round pick for a guy who can't stay healthy, and if he goes down, you got to have a backup plan. And I mean, who is that?
but you
think
know they'll
that-
go out and get somebody too.
The problem with the Eagles too is I think why their offseason so quiet is I really think that they had their heart set on Calvin Ridley. And I think it just blew up in their face. And that's
Yeah.
not his fault.
Yo, but you know what else? It seems quiet because I don't want to say that they whiffed. They missed. They lost in each of these deals. They tried to get Watson. They tried to get Wilson. They lost. They didn't get him. They're with Hurts. Okay, fine. They're okay with that. They lost on every single receiver they tried to sign because they didn't want to play with Jalen Hurts. They lost in this trade. They couldn't get Devontae. None of these guys, they didn't want to come here.
We're probably
We're
trading
making
one of
this
them
about the
first,
Eagles.
too.
I don't want to make it about the Eagles. Actually, but that's a... Oh,
No, nothing.
okay. Philly Phil got me for a sec. It was that arch of his, you know?
Yeah. Mediocre at best. Yeah. He's got like the MVS arch.
I mean,
But-
that could be true.
Here's how we're going to end this show, okay? Because...
You think that's true?
What? Which part? The Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's kind of trickled out a little bit. And he still gets love from his teammates. And look, I still think he's got another gear to him. I think he's going to improve this year. And we'll talk about the Eagles. We're going to probably have a whole show on them soon. I think that he's going to improve. But I'm just saying they don't think he's got that ceiling of a guy like Wilson. Like Wilson's floor might be Hurts' ceiling. You know? Like that's kind of how the Eagles are looking at it. They knew they go out and get a Wilson or Watson, they're competing right away.
I still think
receivers,
they're going to compete this year. Fuck that.
oh yeah, they're the best team in the division. I'll say it right now, easily.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're winning the division. Yeah, they'll win the NFC East this year. But
First repeat in like 12 years.
let's not make it about them, okay? Last question of the night. And we kind of already preview where the Chiefs stand, so we don't really need to do the facts or cap there. You guys are saying you're a little worried. I have them making the playoffs for sure. I think they'll be in division contention.
I don't think they're a shoo-in right now. But
I think they're a playoff shoo-in. Right now, I'm leaning towards all four AFC West teams getting in. But we'll see. It's so early. So you guys are a little iffy on them being a playoff team right now. Iffy. Right? Make this quick, though, and then we got to talk Dolphins.
I'm pretty iffy as
they
of
get
right
in?
now because I think they got significantly worse and everybody else got significantly better. So for me, it's just like that's a big trade-off, and I don't think those teams were far off last year. Besides maybe Denver.
So
I mean,
here,
they
if
were
I
only missing a quarterback.
I
and if
ask you
Russell
right
Wilson
now,
was
and
that dude, then
it's
yeah.
okay if you say no. If right now, Chiefs in the playoffs, yes or no? Right now, with this current status, like ignore everything else. They'll probably go and make additions. Right now, are the Chiefs a playoff team?
No.
Yes. 7th seed maybe.
They're probably like better suited as a wild card.
Because
Right? Division looks
the
tight.
North is going to be tough because you got the Ravens, you got the Steelers, you got
The Bengals.
the Browns,
The Bills. The
Bengals.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins are going to be tough. They're going to be tough, and the Patriots are still here.
So
Yeah, we'll see, bro. Mac
the
Jones
Dol-
is going to be good.
actually, I'll give you a two-part. And this is how we're closing. All right. Are the Dolphins better than the Patriots?
Yes.
Think so?
Right now, I would say yes because the Patriots are really weak in the secondary right now. They just lost J.C. Jackson, and their safeties and corners, as constructed, are pretty up there in age, and I don't think they can compete with that.
I think
The
the wide
Dolphins'
receivers
defense
are
was
still
also
They're gonna
good.
be lethal, bro.
The Patriots actually didn't.
The Dolphins.
The
Oh,
Pa-
no,
the
I'm
Patriots-
sorry. I'm sorry.
They're going to be a team
Patriots
you don't
are-
want to play.
Huh?
Right.
They're going to be a team you don't want to
100%.
play.
Totally
I think
agree.
right now the Dolphins are better because right now Tua and Mac are kind of like same boat. Mac wasn't surrounded with anybody yet. That's
what I'm
surprising.
saying. Their wide receivers are so weak.
Yo.
And the Dolphins' defense is just as good now, probably better.
Yo, can the Dolphins fuck around with the Bills?
Not
That-
ready for that.
that is.
I'm saying no.
Why?
But
They might be able to score.
Yo, the
But-
Dolphins defense is no slouch, and their offense just got a lot better.
well, here,
bro.
Nick, here's my facts or cap, and then you can rank them a little bit, and then we're going to close out. Okay. The Dolphins are now a playoff team in the AFC. Facts or cap?
That's facts.
Facts.
Cap. Only because it's just so fucking stacked right now. It's
Well,
so stacked.
Let me clarify.
But-
I think they win their division. That's why I'm saying facts because somebody has
You
to
think
win
the
that
Dolphins are winning the division
division.
over the Bills?
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot they were in the same conference. My
Easy
bad.
there.
I was smoking. I totally
You
forgot.
got me for a sec. I was about to. We don't have enough time to go into that.
I forgot about the Bills.
I was about to lose it.
You know what it is? I'm so used to the Patriots dominating that division.
It's okay.
I'll be honest with you. I think the Broncos could fall out of that race, possibly. I mean, like, we'll see.
They're a lock for me. They're getting in.
They're a lock.
They're a lock for me.
I'm a we'll see kind of guy, bro.
See for we'll see.
Like, yeah. So we'll see with them. I think the Raiders are going to be back. I mean, they're loaded.
They're my question mark right now.
I think.
But I tend to lean.
I'm the opposite.
I tend to lean there, but I need to see more on defense and offensive line.
I'm the opposite. I like the Broncos defense better than probably all of the teams in the division, besides maybe the Chargers.
I'll give it to Broncos by a slight edge.
However, I think the Broncos possibly could have the weakest offense out of the group.
They're
I think they're better than the Chiefs. Yeah, I'll say they're better than the Chiefs. Right. But I think the Raiders are constructed. I think they're loaded. I think the Chargers are loaded.
One thing the Chiefs have working for them, Brandon Staley's a dope. Nathaniel Hackett is an unknown. Josh McDaniels, last time he was a head coach, dope. So
they're getting in. I guarantee you that now.
I think the Broncos have the third best offense right now.
I think that's arguable, really.
I'm thinking Justin Herbert's going to be like a step above. I think they brought all their guys back, like you said. And like
you don't perform this year.
The Broncos as a whole right now, I think their offense is better than the Raiders. I'm in the other part right there.
I see. Like, whoa!
I think that they're better than the Raiders.
You got Darren Waller. You got Hunter.
The Raiders can't run the football. They have a good running back, but they can't run the football.
I know, but they
will now.
They might be able to.
Maybe they don't have an offensive line yet.
That's fine. Nobody's going to be in the box.
Partially true, but like, I think that we're really going to be sleeping on the Broncos receivers too. Because Cortland Sutton was a breakout #1 guy, and everyone's forgetting about him. And Jerry Jeudy
is going to be the guy.
Has to stay on the fucking field.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Hamler.
But they have that run game.
Tim Patrick.
That run game is major. They have the best run game in the division. That's going to be major. So right now, though, I give the Broncos a slight edge over the Raiders. They're my question mark. I tend to lean towards all four of them getting in right now. Honest to God, I like the Raiders better than the Dolphins. That's why I say the Dolphins are capped.
I like the Chargers running game better than all the teams in that division.
We're going to have to revisit that conversation because I really did forget about the Bills.
We got a lot of landscape to cover, and obviously we did not get to our Aaron Rodgers shit today. Philly Phil, you want to transition us over because, man, we had to talk about this.
I was fun as shit.
I mean, because this trade, like, there were a lot of trades. And we talked mostly about QB stuff so far because that's what the NFL gave us. Like, we had to. But this one right here was the first one where, like, it was, like, astronomical. Like, this shifts a lot for both teams. And people are talking about this. There's a lot of overreactions. But, hey, we'll see what's going to happen. We're going to learn a lot about Mahomes and Tua. Mm-hmm. I think that Mahomes, it's not even fair to question him right now. We'll see, though.
No, nobody's questioning him.
We'll see. Some people are, Nick. Some people are.
I'm just saying it's going to be a lot difficult for him this year.
They're going to have to figure out.
He realizes.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out different ways to succeed as an offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I mean, maybe their run game steps up, but yeah.
There you go. Cool. Maybe they trade for CMC with one of those picks. He's a perfect fit.
Possibly. Maybe. It wouldn't be a bad deal. That'd be crazy.
Right?
Fuck.
Right?
That would be crazy.
I'll break my jaw. Yeah. All right, family. Thank you so much for yet another great show. We are loving this NFL shit. It's just been wild. It's been awesome. Wild.
It's been fun to talk about.
I'm guaranteeing you there's going to be another big trade soon. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be one of these Seattle receivers.
Kyler.
It's like
could be Kyler.
What is going on? That's been radio silent.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a team is going to move up in the draft for Malik Willis. I think some team is preparing to move up, and I think it's going to be the Carolina Panthers.
They're desperate as fuck, so maybe. Yeah, they don't really have to move right now.
They ain't got to go nowhere.
But they are desperate.
They're going to get him.
I don't know.
If they have to reach, they're going to have to do it. I think he fits perfectly with that offense.
We're going to have so much news before we even get to that point, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
I promise you that. All right? So, everybody, that was episode 67 of P&I, and it was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. Thank you, Philly Phil. New players who sign up for Prize Picks today using the promo code ICONIC will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That is Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, I hope you checked us out live tonight at the Props Network on propshq.com. Be sure to go there and subscribe to this shout-out bunch. We're just getting started. We always say that. But we've been heat. We've been heat lately. I'll admit it. Okay?
We are heat. We've been heat.
I love us.
Fuck out of here.
And I'm screaming. I'm screaming for us. Pulse. All right.
Whoa. Hey.
You guys changed me.
Happy.
All right. Anyway, family, next show, we got you on Monday, March 28th, 8 p.m. And we'll see you there. Nick Theories, go ahead and take it away. Thank you again.
I just want to mention something. Did we mention Terran Armstead going to the Miami?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making
Me
sure.
and Mike.
Him and Connor Williams.
Herrera. Anyway.
Sour.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. That was such a fun show. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. And shit, I just fucked that up because we are on
good.
other platforms as well, such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, propshq.com, iHeart, Megaphone, and Stitcher, and all that other shit. And we will see you guys next week at P&I.